So right now I'm outside my house, my little front yard. Basically what I got here. Not too big, right? And I'm grounding. And grounding has been insane for me. And it's not a placebo. No doubt about it. I mean, I've tested it way too much. It's not a placebo. And even using a grounding mat, which isn't as powerful as putting my feet on the ground like this. But it's the same exact experience. I mean, to be honest, when I first started grounding, I got the nostalgia of just being a kid. Like, I refused to wear shoes when I was younger, and I was run outside barefoot all the time. But I knew why I liked it, because I'm connecting to the earth. I got no rubber, I got nothing, no insulator keeping the charge from discharge, my positive ions getting discharged into the earth. And I really do feel better. My inflammation, I mean, the inflammation is huge. I mean, I noticed that with the grounding mat, like, I used to always wake up puffy and red. Well, the thing is, I didn't realize I was puffy and red. But when I started laying down on the grounding mat in my house, and then I woke up every morning, like, refreshed, like, lighter. Like, I noticed with my socks, or I have this, like, ring right here. It would be hard to take off majority of the time because I'm so inflamed and puffy, but I could take it off like nothing. Like, it's insane. And I actually could sleep less and have more energy. Like, right now on the grounding mat, I could sleep like 4 hours and wake up perfectly fine. And that is not how I operate. I mean, I'm a train. Like, I got hit by a fucking train if I did that, honestly. Like, that's what it feels like. I can't operate. I can't do anything. Like, I'm just not functional. Like, I shouldn't be driving a car. I could definitely tell you that. But the experience is completely different when I'm grounding. And I know it's because of this effect. Because we don't do this. No one takes their shoes off. I mean, the average person, I mean, so many people in this damn world, they probably haven't done this in years, I could say. Which is fucking outrageous, because this is what it means to be human. And you could do this on any patch of grass. I mean, like, it's all around. It's just people won't take their shoes off. I mean, man, that's a whole nother thing. We all got fucked up feet from wearing shoes. People don't realize that. Everybody's feet are fucked up. They're all weak, and they don't use those muscles, and they just push them in there and deform them, and they don't use anything. And no wonder it's so disconnected spiritually. I mean, just borderline just inflammation. And people say that, like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about with inflammation. You can only use prescription drugs. Like, I've heard it so much. Like, I'm tired of that bullshit. Like, fuck off. Like, you talking like that, you sound like you're fucking inflamed. People that are inflamed are fucking miserable. I mean, your brain is on fucking fire. I mean, like, these people have anxiety, depression. I mean, all types of mental illness. Like, this is why they're fucking terrible dealing with. They're just awful people to be around. They're not a joy. This is what inflammation does to your body. It's insane. I mean, like, on so many levels. And then they refuse not to hear it. Like, oh my God, it's just like, just adding fuel onto the fire. Like, people like being sick. Like, that's their main mode. If they're not sick, like, they're almost like identified with being sick. Honestly, like, this is what I am. I'm a sick person. Like, no, you're not. Like, this is not what you're supposed to be. But they're so used to it, and their ego's attached to it. It's just like, it's the same thing, like being stuck with negative people or toxic friends, or being in a bad community, or being in a certain mindset. It's the same thing with your health. And people just won't try something new as easy as just take your fucking shoes off. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? What's the worst? Your feet are gonna get a little bit dirty? Or you're gonna step on a twig? Like, come on. Just try it. Like, this is my problem with people. They just mark this stuff off as crazy, but they don't try it out. They don't see what it's all about. They don't even see if it works. I mean, and for me, it's worked wonders. Try to do this every single day, especially out in that sun right there. Getting vitamin D. It's becoming springtime. I mean, I get so much energy doing this. Again, people just won't try it. People won't get their feet dirty. The inflammation, such a complicated, it's so It's you can't hold on to it. That's the problem for inflammation. You don't know where it's coming from, and it's coming from multiple sources, and it's doing multiple things. And it's so like you gotta look at it holistically. You gotta look at it mind, body, and soul. But inflammation is the biggest killers. I mean, we get rid of inflammation, we get everything else out of our life.